I'm Sara. I have lived in Idaho for the last 22 of the last 25 years. I work full-time at a public library and I've been there for about 15 years. I do reference work and also help coordinate adult programs. So I lost my brother, my older brother, on July 4th of 2018. He died by suicide. So it was really tragic and very sudden. It's really, the most shocking and devastating thing that I've ever been through. Did not expect to have to deal with that kind of a loss in my life. One of the hard things about suicide death is that there's a really big stigma associated with it. And sometimes people become defined by the way they died instead of the way they lived, which is really sad because, he was a wonderful person in so many ways. Sky was a really great big brother. He was a hero of mine. He was really protective and very wise, and I could always rely on him for help and support. He was a really great dad and stepdad, and that was something he was very, very proud of, his kids. He had overcome a tremendous amount of loss and trauma in his life, and he had struggled with bipolar II disorder for many years. But he had been really working hard on his mental health, and he took it seriously. Been seeing a psychiatrist, doing counseling, taking medication, trying to work on stress and triggers. So it was something that he was really trying to be on top of. And he had been doing pretty well. In the months leading up to his death, it seemed like he had been doing okay. Knowing what he had overcome in his life really kind of makes the tragedy of his death seem more acute. It's just so sad that he had lived through so much and then ended up dying this way. And, in that moment, though, the mental illness he was struggling with and the stresses just triggered his mind to think that there was no other way out. A violent, out-of-order death, like a suicide, will have extra layers of complexity to it, especially because there's just so much stigma still attached to suicide. Stigma is something that we can all fight to change if we talk about it more and if we educate ourselves and other people around the topic of suicide and also mental health, because they're really closely linked. We can accomplish this as well as create some kind of meaning out of our loss by doing things like telling our suicide loss stories, reaching out for support, noticing when other people are showing signs of struggle, and talking to them about what's going on, not being afraid to ask them if they're thinking about suicide or if they have a plan, because talking about it, unlike sometimes people think that might cause someone to kill themselves, but usually that's not the case. Usually talking about it actually helps them to reach out for help and just realize that they matter and someone cares enough to ask them. So that's really important. Also, normalizing therapy and counseling. That's not just for crazy people. We all could use therapy. We all have issues. And therapy is just a way to really, talk out some of those issues and get a neutral party to kind of give you some perspective. And then also donating your time and money to prevention and awareness efforts is really important. I really encourage you to participate in the Strength to Thrive walk this September 19th, 2020 in Nampa, Idaho. All the proceeds will go to help support the Idaho Suicide Prevention Hotline. Last year we raised just under $31,000,
and that was the biggest one-day donation they've ever received. We would love to beat that this year, so please participate in the walk or donate or just come out and support us as we walk. You don't have to stay the whole night. You can just come out for part of the evening. It's a wonderful community event, and it's really important for us to talk about suicide if we want to prevent it. So please be a part of Strength to Thrive. You can visit strengthtothrive.org to sign up or to donate or to join my team. Hope to see you there.